Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into this absolutely heart-stopping update, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss another moment of news about Dylan Wang, Shen, and all the stars we love. I honestly don't even know where to begin because this news feels so surreal. As someone who has followed Dylan and Shen for years, from their unforgettable chemistry on Meteor Garden to all the little breadcrumbs of their personal lives we've pieced together, this moment is one of those wow moments you feel in your chest. Just when we thought their lives had already taken the most beautiful turn with the birth of their first baby, here we are again, talking about another miracle. And on top of that, the announcement they attached to this news has left fans, including me, completely shaken. So picture this. You're scrolling through your feed on an ordinary evening, expecting the usual behind-the-scenes clips or cute selfies. Then suddenly, up pops a video of Dylan and Shen together, sitting in what looks like a cozy living room with soft lighting, smiling but also visibly emotional. Their hands are intertwined. Dylan starts speaking first, his voice calm but trembling just enough to tell you this isn't just a random update. He thanks everyone for the support they've received since becoming parents the first time. And then Shen, glowing in a loose, pastel dress that fans immediately clock as a maternity hint, says softly, "We're so happy to tell you that our family is growing again." The comment section explodes. My phone literally vibrated for a solid minute from the notifications. People were screaming, crying, posting old clips of them from Meteor Garden with captions like "From Dao Ming Si and Shan Kai to this, what a journey." It's not just an announcement. It's the culmination of years of fans rooting for them, even when they kept things private. And then comes the twist, the shocking announcement part. After a pause, Dylan looks at Shen and then back at the camera. He says, "We've also decided to make a big change in our lives to give our children the life we've always dreamed of." You can almost hear a pin drop. Everyone's leaning in, waiting. And then he says they've decided to step back from major acting projects for a while. Not permanently, but long enough to focus on their growing family and work on a joint project behind the scenes, something they've been quietly building together. I'm not going to lie, my jaw literally dropped. I knew they'd been spending more time in San Francisco lately, and there had been whispers about a new creative venture, but hearing it confirmed right after the baby news made it so much more intense. For fans who have been spoiled with their dramas, variety shows, and appearances, it's bittersweet. But at the same time, seeing them prioritize each other and their kids is genuinely moving. Let's rewind for a second because the context makes this even more emotional. Dylan Wang shot to superstardom at a young age, carrying the weight of being a breakout heartthrob. Shen, meanwhile, built her reputation as the girl next door turned powerhouse actress. They both navigated insane schedules, public scrutiny, and the endless cycle of filming and promotions. Yet through it all, they somehow found this quiet space for each other. When the first rumors about them dating surfaced, people were skeptical. But then the subtle interactions, the way they'd look at each other at events, and the occasional slip from friends and colleagues slowly made the picture clearer. Fast forward to last year, their first baby arrives. The news didn't even come from tabloids but from a heartfelt post on Shen's private account that someone close to her later shared with permission. Fans were thrilled but also protective. Many of us agreed to give them space, to not hound them for photos or updates. And they, in turn, gave us small glimpses of their new life, a stroller shot here, Dylan talking about late-night feedings in an interview there. It was like watching two people we'd admired grow up, now grow into this new role of parents. So to hear them now say they're expecting again, it feels like watching a beloved drama get the happiest sequel you could imagine. But what really gets me is how sincere and vulnerable they were in the announcement video. You could tell this wasn't a PR-planned rollout. It was just them, raw and real, talking to the people who've been there since day one. And that shocking announcement about stepping back from the limelight? It's brave. In an industry where momentum can mean everything, taking a break is risky. But Dylan explained it in a way that made so much sense. He said, "Our children deserve our time. They deserve to know us not just as faces on a screen but as mom and dad at home." Shinyu added, and we want to create something together that reflects our values, something that isn't just about fame but about meaning. Speculation about what that something is has already gone wild. Some think it's a production company. Others think it's a charity initiative. A few are convinced it's a lifestyle brand centered on parenting and wellness. Personally, I think it might be all three rolled into one. Remember how Dylan registered that mysterious LLC a few months back? And how Shinyu mentioned in an interview she'd been learning about early childhood education? The puzzle pieces are definitely there. But regardless of what their project turns out to be, what's undeniable is the love and intentionality they're pouring into their lives right now. As a fan, I can't help but feel proud. It's like watching two characters you shipped so hard finally get their happy ending, except it's real life. And real life, as we all know, is messy and unpredictable. Of course, there's also a tinge of sadness. Knowing we won't see them as much on our screens for a while is bittersweet. But I keep reminding myself that this isn't goodbye. It's just a pause. And when they come back, they'll come back with stories, experiences, and maybe even projects that reflect who they are now as parents of two. Imagine the depth they'll bring to their future roles after this. Another thing worth mentioning is how they've handled the media frenzy so far. Instead of letting tabloids spin the narrative, they took control by sharing their truth directly. That's such a powerful move. It sets a precedent for other celebrities who want to share personal milestones on their own terms. It also shows a lot of respect for their fans, trusting us to handle the news with empathy. As for me, I'm still processing it all. Part of me is giddy, 2 babies. And part of me is contemplative about what it means to watch public figures grow up in front of us. There's a lesson in there about patience, about letting people evolve beyond the boxes we put them in. Dylan isn't just Dao Mingxi. Shinyu isn't just Shan Kai. They're real people building a real life together. If you're new here and somehow this is the first video you're watching, you've joined at such an exciting moment. Make sure you subscribe because we're going to keep following this story, bringing you updates, and celebrating all the milestones with them. And if you've been here for a while, thank you for being part of this journey. I want to close by saying this: Dylan and Shinyu's news is more than just celebrity gossip. It's a reminder that behind every headline there are human beings making choices, taking risks, and loving deeply. Whether you're a longtime fan or someone who just stumbled on their story, there's something undeniably moving about seeing two people choose family and authenticity in a world that often prioritizes image and speed. So here's to Dylan, Shinyu, their first little one, and the baby on the way. Here's to whatever shocking but exciting project they're about to unveil. And here's to all of us, the fans, who get to witness this chapter of their lives unfold. I don't know about you, but I can't wait to see what's next. And once again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you'll be the first to know when more news drops. This is just the beginning of a new era for Dylan and Shinyu, and I'm so happy we get to experience it together.